So today we're not looking at the usual reports, no studies.
Yeah, something different.
Yeah, we've got something really visual, architectural blueprints.
Mm-hmm.
They're for a planned furniture mall in Saqba that's near Damascus in Syria.
Right. And our sort of mission here.
It's to really get a feel for the design, the layout,
Yeah.
just by looking at these, well, plans and renderings.
Yeah, it's fascinating, isn't it? Trying to piece together the vision just from the drawings. It tells you a lot about how they imagine people using the space.
Definitely. And the first thing that really jumped out at me was the name.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
it says Furniture Mall, big letters,
Yeah.
vertically. But right alongside it, there's this Arabic text.
Okay.
Which apparently translates to Abo Raed Albaheesh Mall for furniture.
Oh, interesting. So Abo Raed Albaheesh.
Yeah, it seems pretty clear the mall is named after him or, associated with him somehow.
That kind of local connection right there in the name. That can be quite telling.
How so?
Well, it might suggest it's like a local entrepreneur's project or maybe a family business expanding. Gives it a different feel than just a generic corporate development.
Right, a personal stake. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so because we're basically working off pictures here, renderings, elevation views, floor plans.
Lots of visuals.
Exactly. We're going to be describing what we see, but the goal is to figure out what these details mean for a place selling furniture.
Cool. Let's get into it. Where do you want to start? The outside.
Yeah, let's start with the exterior. We've actually got a few different renderings, and wow, they really show different ideas.
Variety.
Big time. Some look more traditional, kind of blocky, lots of windows.
Okay. Standard commercial look, maybe?
But then others are way more modern. You see these curves, huge glass sections. One even seems to show like an internal gallery over multiple floors that you can see from outside.
Oh, that's interesting. A view gallery.
Yeah, it looks like that. So what do you make of that range? Are these just proposals or different stages?
It could be a few things, really. Maybe they hadn't decided on the final look yet, so these are options.
Right.
Or it's possible they show different phases, like maybe they build one part first, or maybe it's just different sides of a really big building. The plans don't explicitly say, but that variety definitely suggests they were exploring different aesthetics, a flexible approach.
One thing that is pretty consistent, though, is that vertical furniture mall sign.
Right, that's prominent on most of them. Branding.
And some also have new gallery signs. Any idea what that might mean? A specific shop?
Could be, or maybe it's like a feature area within the mall, where they showcase new arrivals, latest trends, that kind of thing.
Ah, like a marketing hook.
Exactly. Retailers do that. Draw people in with what's new.
We also get a feel for, the street presence. One picture clearly points out the main entrance.
Okay, ground level.
Yeah, street level. Tells you exactly where they want people coming in. Then there's another labeled side perspective, and that one really shows the building's depth, its volume. It's not just a flat facade.
That main entrance is key, obviously, for flow, first impressions. And the side view helps you place it, see its scale in the area.
Totally. Okay, ready to go inside. Floor plans.
Let's do it. Ground floor first.
Right. Now, here's where it gets interesting again. There seem to be different versions for the ground level. One's labeled first floor second.
Which often means ground floor in that region.
Right. And another seems to be a lower ground fee, like a basement or lower level.
Okay, so potentially multiple ground level concepts.
Yeah. And one of the main ground floor plans has these distinct numbered units.
Ah, like separate shops.
Exactly. Unit 1 is 110 square meters. Unit 2 is 127, down to Unit 6 at 38 square meters. They've got the areas marked.
Okay, that's pretty standard for a mall setup, isn't it? Suggests multiple tenants, different businesses renting space.
Right. You'd get a mix of brands and styles that way.
Caters to different tastes and budgets.
But then there's this other ground floor plan, and it looks completely different.
How so?
It just shows much bigger spaces, not numbered units, just large areas.
That could mean maybe larger anchor stores? Or perhaps even one single retailer for the whole floor.
Like a department store model almost.
Sort of, yeah. It allows for bigger displays, a more unified feel maybe. Different strategy entirely.
And then there's that lower ground floor plan, the CN. This one's really unique.
Okay, what's special about it?
There's this big open area right in the middle, and it looks like it has a water feature or maybe a decorative pool.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And around that central feature, there are more numbered spaces, 1 through 13, with walkways connecting them. They even give overall dimensions. It's almost 30 by 29 meters.
So quite large. And that central feature, That's deliberate. They're trying to create an atmosphere there.
Feels more high-end, maybe? Or just more pleasant?
Could be either. Or both. Water features often aim to make a space feel more relaxing, encourage people to spend time there, maybe cafes around it, boutiques.
Yeah, you could see that. Those units around it could be for more specialized stuff. It feels less like just aisles of shops and more like a destination.
Exactly. A different kind of vibe they're aiming for on that level, potentially.
So, wow. 3 different takes on the ground level experience. Small shops, big open spaces, and this lower level with a central feature.
Yeah, it really shows they were considering various ways to position the mall, attract different kinds of furniture sellers, different kinds of shoppers.
Maybe trying to cater to everyone from like independent shops to big chains.
Seems likely. And that lower ground suggests maybe a more curated, design-focused angle, too. Flexibility seems key here.
Okay, let's head upstairs. The second floor, like, what do we see there?
Generally, it looks like more retail units continue up there. And some plans actually use the word shop or store. So again, hinting at those smaller individual spaces.
Right, reinforcing that multi-tenant idea for at least part of the mall.
Yeah, it seems to be a recurring theme across several levels. It's a common way to fill a large retail space.
And how do people get up there? You need stairs,
Yeah.
elevators.
Absolutely. The plans show staircases, definitely. And some of those exterior views, they seem to hint at escalators.
Right. Which is crucial, isn't it, for getting people to actually go up?
Oh, totally critical. Vertical circulation, they call it. If it's hard or unpleasant to get to upper floors, people just won't. And those shops suffer.
So what kind of shops would you expect up there? More furniture or something else?
Could be more furniture, maybe different types, like maybe ground floors, living rooms, second floors, bedrooms, and offices, or perhaps more budget-friendly options upstairs.
Okay.
Or you might find related stuff. Lighting stores, rugs, home decor, maybe even interior design services. Make it a one-stop shop for home furnishing.
Right, complementing what's downstairs.
Exactly. Creates a more complete destination.
Okay, one last major thing I noticed across pretty much all these drawings is the architect's branding. The logo, Arch for All Syria, and the name Arch Imad Darouich.
Ah, the firm behind the plans.
Yeah, and they provide contact details too. Phone numbers, email, P.O. box in Damascus. It's all consistently there.
That's significant. It shows a level of professionalism, right? This isn't just a concept sketch on a napkin.
No, definitely not.
It means it's progressed to a formal design stage with a registered architect. It underscores that this is, or was, a serious project proposal.
Okay, so let's try and wrap this up. We've essentially toured, visually at least, the plans for this furniture mall in Saqba.
Yep, near Damascus.
We saw different potential exterior looks, from traditional to quite modern.
And those contrasting ground floor layouts, small units versus big spaces.
Plus that interesting lower ground floor with the water feature.
Right, aiming for a different experience there. And then the upper floors continuing the retail space, likely with smaller shops.
All designed by this specific Syrian architectural firm.
Exactly. It gives us a pretty detailed, though maybe not final, picture of a planned commercial development. The variety suggests ambition, maybe trying to appeal broadly.
Which brings us to a final thought, something for you listening to consider. You see these multiple designs, the detailed floor plans, the professional branding, the connection to Abo Raed Albaheesh. What does all that suggest about the hopes for this project? How far along was it, maybe? And what kind of impact could a big furniture mall like this have on a place like Saqba, for the local economy, for the community?
Yeah, it's a tangible example of someone planning for the future, planning for commerce and development in that specific place. Makes you think, doesn't it?
It really does. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into these architectural plans.